What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Barcode Podcast. It's your boy Kenny MacGyver. Shout out to DJ R&B, Four Phones ENT. And today, I want to introduce to y'all, we got an independent mogul right here beside me. One of the first rappers I seen to throw his own concert series. Now, I seen rappers throw shows before, but this one of the first ones I seen throw his own concert series and really show the landscape of being an independent mogul, just in this North Carolina area. I mean, of course, all over too, but from what I seen around here, definitely one of the first to do it. Got my man Samurai Black, man. Welcome.
What's good, man? Artist formerly known as Freedom Infinite, man. If y'all know me, y'all know me. But, they call me Black now. Hey, yo, nice shirt, too.
Yeah,
man.
hey, I had
Nice
to get
shirt.
it. I had to get it for my
Facts.
man. Hey,
Facts.
I had to get it for my man. He definitely branded this. So, hey, So, I want to start off, a few questions. You from Joko?
You already know Selma Boy, 919, Joko.
Are you born and raised there?
Nah, I'm from VA originally, man.
Okay.
Portsmouth, born on the Navy base.
All right.
Yeah.
What part of VA?
Was Portsmouth.
Portsmouth? Okay.
Yeah, some ship called, like, Naval Port Ship or something. So,
Okay.
yeah, I was born on the ship.
All right.
Yeah.
And how long you been in Selma?
All right, so I had moved from Selma, went to New Mexico for a little bit, then I came back, but I've been in Selma 20-something years.
Wow.
I can't even tell you, I'm a fossil. I'm about fossil age now, man. 30, 34
Word.
up here, but we've been out here. So
Yeah.
I've been in Joko for a hot minute. I used to live in Smithfield, but I'm a rep Selma because I'm a Selma boy.
All right.
So,
And that's what I wanted to ask you too. What made you step out and rep, a quote unquote small town, such as, the two Selma and Smithfield and Joko? Because, from being around the scene and just being all over every scene, like I've been in it everywhere, been in it for a while.
Right.
And a lot of people rep the bigger towns. I know, like in DC, people don't even be from there, but they rep DC or especially Southeast DC because that's the most popular. Around here, people rep Raleigh or Durham, and they're not from here. Same, for example, same with Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like people be from around the towns, but they rep the bigger one. And you, one of the first to actually step out and actually rep the small town. So what made you like do that?
Man, I'm the only person out there doing it. In my town, I'm the only person. So I feel, whereas, people who got Raleigh, Durham, and that's there. I'm not in that scene, but I'm a part of the scene.
Right.
I wasn't living in Raleigh, I wasn't living in Durham, I wasn't living in Chapel Hill. I was living in Joko, Selma. So, if any people know about Joko, we pride ourselves on being Johnston County people. So every time when people see me, I want them to be like, "Hey, bro, this is Selma boy. He from Joko. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna mention Joko. Period. Because besides Corleone, we the only two people that's really repping for us. So we don't have anybody repping for us, and I took it upon myself to be the staple. When I see other artists from Joko, I be like, that's cool, bro, but you have to step out your box. And you can say you represent Joko, but you represent Joko and Joko. Just like, don't make any sense to me, but I get it. But I feel like I was supposed to do that. Like, my mind told me, you from Selma, you from Joko, rep that.
Mm-hmm.
So you hear me in my raps, I'm from Selma, I'm from Joko, every time. Like, like I said, as much as I love Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, Goldsboro, all surrounding areas in the 919, I'm a Selma boy. I'm a small town person. So when people see me doing things that's major, want them to know I'm from a small town.
Word, that's
So,
what's up.
not everybody in the city can do things, but the people in small towns are capable of doing the same things that they are, or even more.
Mhm.
So got to motivate the small town people.
Word, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I respect that. Like I said, I always respect that about you because, you know, I mean, really in all my time, you were really the first person that I've really seen rep strongly. A small town. You know what I'm saying? So,
You're right.
that's what's up. So, the Joko branding, like, is that something like that's always been a statement, or like did you come up with the term Joko? Or
Nah, Joko was been here way before me. But we was Joko Area 51 because I think we're the 51st county in North Carolina. So it's either Joko or Area 51. So
okay, yeah, I won't hip to the lingo. I just heard you
yeah,
say,
man. To tell you the truth, man, the white people came up with Joko.
Word.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Straight up, I ain't need to try to be racist, but the white people came up with Joko.
Hey, that's a history lesson for y'all.
Yeah, we was originally calling it Area 51. We was the 5-1. But now, we seen Joko. They had these shirts that had Joko on it, and we just adopted the term, and then now everybody's using Joko.
Okay, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. So let me get. So why, I know you say you're the artist formerly known as Freedom. What made you come up with the name change from Freedom to Samurai Black? Because you've been Freedom for so long, so it's like,
All right.
that's what people know you as. So to just come up with a name change, because I done a name change myself. My rap name used to be Killer K, and then it went to
I remember Killer K.
Yeah, it went to Kenny MacGyver. Now Killer K. That was when I was young and I lived a different lifestyle. Like
Yup.
like so
Facts.
like now
What's understood ain't got to be
yeah,
explained.
like
If
now if you know me as Kenny MacGyver, you know nothing about how I used to live. You know what I'm saying? So I know the Killer K moniker for me, it just came with so much negative. And even now, if somebody call me Killer K, I'll automatically think we got beef. You know what I'm saying? So like
Right.
that's just how. So that and then just being older, that's one of the reasons why I switched mine, because it's like they're trying to be called Killer at a grown man age. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but for you, it was Freedom Infinite. So how did you go from that to Samurai Black?
All right, so I don't know if y'all remember, about 2 years ago, I got in a bad car wreck, like some life-threatening type shit. So, like, I felt like when I got in that car wreck, that part of me died. So it was like, I have no motivation to do music or anything, man. Like you getting type of accidents like that take you a minute to get yourself back. So my mind was gone. I was, depressed, sad, didn't have no motivation to do anything, man. So, I was like, I don't even feel the same trying to come back as, Freedom Infinite. And then, I had just dropped the Goku Black album. So, I was like, something got to give, bruh. So, I'm sitting here thinking, a lot of things happened to me, bruh, where I started meditating and, a lot of things. So, I started adopting, Bushido code. I don't know if y'all know about things like that, but if you don't, look into it. So, I was always into the Japanese things. So I was like, you know what, Samurai Jack. I was watching that joint one day, and I was like, Samurai Black. That's it.
Okay.
And, I just started, molding myself with the mentality, appearance-wise, everything. That was going to be who I was. But, I wasn't going to make that official statement until I did my last show as Freedom Infinite. Shout out to R&B for, and Rasta. And who else was doing the Icy the Boss? Shout out, what up, Icy? I see you, boy. But they did the Slime Fest joint, which was dope. It was lit right out here. It was lit, and I did my last performance out here as Freedom Infinite, and then that was pretty much me burying, that name and everything that came with it. As far as now, the Infinite fam, that's still.
Yeah.
But as far as, how I was moving, I like, you getting a wreck or something that, is life threatening, you sit back and you reflect on things, bro, and you reflect on how you were acting, how you were moving, all of that. You just feel like, yo, overhaul. Got to get rid of all the bad things. Like, Killer K, like, shit came with that name.
Yeah.
Freedom Infinite, shit came with that name, man. I just felt like it was time to just grow and move on. And then, if you read the 48 Laws of Power, they tell you to reinvent yourself.
All right.
So, pretty much decided to reinvent myself. Samurai Black. Even how I'm rapping now is different. Like the sounds, where I was doing like more, the spacey, nerdy trap stuff was cool. Like, that was my own sound from there. But now, I'm back. When you first met me, you knew I was in that bag.
Yeah.
Like, so, I'm back at that 360 with a new name though. But, I'm back in that lyrical bag where niggas gonna get these bars.
Yeah, okay.
So they gonna get all, bars, everything, but it's gonna be substance, a different type of substance to it. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm at a different time in my life where, I was young boy when I came in. I was very young boy. When you met me, I was little boy. But now, I'm OG now. So, it's time to just take all the game that I had and give it back.
That's what's up, man. Hey, that's how you grow. A history lesson for you. So let me ask you this. I seen that you form, the Infinite family. I see that you have your video game crew. What's the name of your video game crew?
NWO. Nerd World Order. But that was, let me tell you, NWO has been out about the same time since Infinite Family.
Oh, okay.
So, I just feel like, now that I'm at here, where I'm at a certain level, I can promote both of them. But Nerd World Order is a big thing in the gaming world. And, Samurai Black is who I am in the Nerd World Order organization as well. So, which is, I run that.
Yeah.
But, people know me in the video game world. I'm very popular. So now, when I come out with music under Samurai Black,
they already know. Yeah.
And then people know me as Freedom Infinite still, so I still got that side. Now I got that side. So once I put that together, it's gonna be colossal. Right. I guarantee it.
Oh no, I believe you. Yeah, that was part of my question. You got the Infinite family and you got the Nerd World Order. And it's like you were able to create these big organizations of groups of people that, quote unquote follow you and believe in you. So, like, what's some good qualities that you feel like that you got that makes you a strong leader in order to form organizations like that? Because some people can't form, the teams that you was able to form.
Man, because I like to, I'm not a boss per se. I'm a leader. So you see me, I'm going to jump in and get my hands dirty with the people that's getting their hands dirty. So just to let them know, hey, we the same. First, I've always been a leader, a natural born leader. I'm the oldest sibling. SGA, I was vice president around, that's when Barack Obama was in office. So then, when I was in college, they was calling me Obama and stuff. And, the willingness to listen to people and, to be able to relate to where they coming from. I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know it all because it's my first time living. So I don't know everything. But just to sit back and understand where people are coming from and resonating and, me using what I know to put them in rooms with people they don't know and that I know, or put them in position where they can thrive the best. That's where always been my goal with my people. It's like, as far as them growing, I told a lot of my Infinite people, I don't expect y'all to be infinite forever. I expect y'all to grow and move on and move forward. That's why I put people down. I didn't want them to be under me forever. I was grooming people to be leaders.
And that's another thing too that I respect, because a lot of times when you see groups and organizations, it be fallouts and then it be problems after. I don't never see none of that with the organizations that you run. So I mean, of course, you're gonna have people that may be out and about, but far as like real super big public beef, or y'all was tight before, then something the next, and it's not like that with your organization. So like how like give another person trying to create a group maybe some tips of how to keep it like that. Of course, you can't control everybody's personality.
You can't be bigger than the group. You cannot be bigger than the group. You have to let people know that you are equal as them. Even if you have more people, you might have more followers than them and something like, but you can't be bigger than them. You got to let them know that, hey, we're the same person. Mm-hmm. And you have to be true to your word too. So when I tell people, hey, I can get you here, you get them there, what you think they're gonna do? They're gonna believe in everything you say after that, Mm-hmm. Or I can say, hey bro, watch me pack out this show, and then I'm gonna put you in front of a whole bunch of people, and then next thing you know, you're gonna leave with a whole bunch of fans that didn't know who you were before me. Mm-hmm. But that's not, I'm not. And then when that happens, I'm not going to be the person that say, oh yeah, the reason why you got all these fans was because of me. I'm like, dog, your talent, I put you in the room, but your talent was the one that attracted these people. Mm-hmm. So you have to be able to resonate with people as in you being a normal person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you gotta establish, a dominance.
Hold on one second. Hey, yo. Hey, cut that down.
You got to establish a dominance, and you got to instill confidence in people and make them believe that they can be at the best of their abilities at all times. Mm-hmm. And, whenever people is down and out, you got to, as a leader, you have to be there for them. You got to be like, yo, bro, what's going on? You got to, if you need me, holla at me. R&B, no. When your people is, morale is down, you have to rally your troops. You, even if you not feeling the best, you got to put that mask on. You have to. You got to. Because if they go as far as you go. So if you sitting there with your head low, what you think they're gonna be doing? Sitting there with their head low. I'm not always the happiest person, but I know how to maintain a positive image all times. And that's what it is, bro.
That's what's up, man. So let me ask you this: what you one of the artists that still put out CDs, and not only that, you were still in the CD. You came up in the CD era. So what do you think the biggest difference between the CD era and the digital streaming era is?
It's the money.
Money?
It's the money.
You make more money the digital or the CD?
I make more money selling CDs. I could sell 100 CDs for $10. That's an easy stack. You know how much money? You know how many streams it takes to make $1,000? It's a lot.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But with that, you got to have a following. Mm-hmm. And my following is A1 since day one. So if I drop a CD, if I drop 100 CDs, 100 CDs is gonna get sold off the rip. And even if they gonna buy the CD, but then they also gonna get on the streaming sites and download the album. And then some of their people who don't like CDs, but like, hey, his music is on this platform. So, but it's the money. But then also, you got stream bots.
Yeah.
You got stream bots, man. You got bots everywhere. You got bots that's got, the like bots, social media bots? Them the ones I cannot stand.
Yeah, they got sneaker bots too, man. For the sneaker heads.
PlayStation or the bots that buy all the PlayStation 5s too. Yeah. Like, them social media bots are the worst to me, because you'll see somebody with like 900 likes, and then you can go through the likes and it's a whole bunch of people from like Tanzania or Nigeria or Ghana, and then you go look at their profile, they only got maybe two friends. So it's like, you sit there and look, and then you might know a person and be like, nah, bruh, you don't have that following in real life. So it's like, how those numbers adding up. I ain't never seen you pack out the show. I ain't never seen you make your independent on tours. I ain't never seen you people, cop multiple pieces of your merchandise. So it doesn't make sense. Whereas if I sell 100 CDs, I take pictures of people that buy my CDs. Hey, you bought one of my CDs.
Yeah, for sure.
So shoot, R&B caught one. So when they see that, that's tangible evidence that you got following. That's where what resonates with me is, that solid hardware, and you can have like I did 250,000 streams on my last album, which is pretty decent. But then they got flagged for copyright infringement because I was Black Goku. I knew and it had Dragon Ball Z, and then I make sure that y'all clear y'all samples. Please make sure y'all clear y'all samples, bruh. Cause if you don't, either they gonna take your music or they gonna take your money, or both. And then you gonna be sitting there like, what happened? And then you gonna realize that, dog, I used this sample and the producer didn't get it cleared. And then you stuck. Then you sitting here like, dang, I had a whole bunch of streams on it and now it's gone. And then it's real out here, because once you get to a certain amount of numbers, the labels will start looking at you or whatever. And then if you don't have the sample cleared, what happened with me is I had some Goku and Dragon Ball Z inserts in my album, and they flagged that joint once it got too popping. And then they flagged my likeness to Dragon Ball Z because I was Goku Black, where I could have just said my name was Black Goku.
Hey, Dragon Ball Z need to cut you a check though, man. Dragon Ball Z need to cut you a check. When I see you, I think of Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
So here's why I cop the shirt. You know what I'm saying? So hey, Dragon Ball Z, cut this man a check, man.
Like, dog, bro, it's real out here. Like, you got to make sure that your music is 100% yours at all times, man. If not,
it'll come back.
Then if you looking at the industry now, people drop hit records, and then what happened when they get too big? The producer come in or something, sue you, take all the money. You can't do nothing about it because you signed the contract, but you didn't read.
Right. Yeah, them contracts is killers.
Yeah, people don't read contracts; they just see dollar signs and sign.
Yeah, that's a fact. Hey, when I was 19, I was signed, and that pretty much happened to me. And this is how
you was with Rough Riders, weren't you?
Well, yeah, I was signed to a label that was under them. So this is what pretty much happened to me. When you're young and you want to rap, and this is what a lot of people take advantage of now in the industry that I don't like. Now they do it for no money, but back in the day it was for money. When they took advantage of you. But what I seen is that, when I was young, you just wanted to rap. So honestly, it didn't even matter what kind of money came. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they put a contract in your face, they say, hey, you about to be signed under Rough Riders. That's all I need to see. The rest of the shit don't matter.
Sign on the fine
you know what I'm
print.
saying?
Yep.
And then also with the money too, this is how they take advantage, and this is why I encourage people now, even though, rap, is a lot of people's desirable career, try to live a life standard to where you're satisfied with. Like, don't chase being a rapper, because this is how quote unquote rich people take advantage of you. If somebody know that you never seen $50,000 cash in your life, that's all they gotta offer you, and you gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? And that's like how rich people take advantage of people. If this is your dream job and somebody offer you 50,000, you could be worth $1 million, but they throwing 50K cash in your face and you've never seen that type of bread in your life, 9 times out of 10, most people are signed. Nowadays it's a little different because people study through the internet. But before the internet studies and the trial and error period, that's how a lot of the older artists was taken advantage of. Like, you hear people get signed for pennies on the dollar. You know what I'm saying? Like, people might sign a deal for $5,000, and that only Like you can't be like, oh, they stupid. That just shows you that they never seen 5,000 cash in their life, which is a lot of money. You know, you gotta respect. All money is a lot of money, especially, you know, if you broke. You know what I'm saying? Like $5,000 to a 16-year-old kid is a lot. You know what I'm saying? $100,000 to a 20-year-old is a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, now you know with the internet trial and error period and the study, you can just go on Google and see, and then you know you got the independent stuff
Right.
now to where you can do that, you know. But you know, I just encourage to where do this music stuff because you love it, and still, if you can, try to your best to live a lifestyle that you know not satisfied, but you know like that's livable and comfortable. That way, when the vultures come in between your dream and your lifestyle, you can kind of make it even. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
they will take advantage of you wanting to be in that dream. You know what I'm saying? Same way with, you know, we was talking earlier, me and R&B about, you know, like paying to perform. Like it's really, you know, it's really,
You know how I feel about that R&B.
yeah, it's really,
You know how I feel.
taking advantage of someone's dream. Now, you know, I understand both sides. You know, the promoter want to make their money back or whatever
That ain't but
for free.
no.
Well, I mean, no,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know,
Yeah.
from their standpoint that they trying to for the excuse they trying to say.
Yeah.
But you know, like a lot of this is just taking advantage of someone's dream to do this. You know what I'm saying? So you know, just make sure you guys are aligned. Do what you love to do.
You doing that paper form shit,
Right.
you a sucker
Do-
out here, bro. You a sucker.
Do everything that you need, and let it
And
out.
I tell it to your face that you a sucker.
And
Because because that shit is whack, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is like, and then they tell you that, oh, you got to pay for the venue, you got to pay for the DJ. I'm like, bro, you're a promoter. You supposed to. That's your job to bring people in the building. You know, it's not really necessarily the artist's job to bring people in the building if they got to pay to perform. You're supposed to set that platform, but then I also have to bring my own people too.
yeah,
Like, you know, where we was coming up, if you was getting paid, you was supposed to bring your people. You know, off the strength of you getting paid. That's why people was booking you, because you had a following. But now you got to pay. You renting stage time, bruh. You renting stage time, and they hitting you for $400 for 5 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
and then there's a Def Jam in the building, and you probably performing for the janitor. Straight up.
yeah. Hey, we were talking about that too. Just hire somebody to wear a suit. That's the A&R.
Yeah. like dog. I done
That's the
seen it.
A&R.
I done seen
Just
it.
hire him to wear a suit. Have some random white guy you know at your job wear a suit.
Sit there, nod his head, and tell you y'all such and such
Yeah.
from and then you can't even look up his name on Google
Hey,
or
back-
anything.
Back in the day, you know, one of the big scams with that was like Def Jam. So
Woo!
somebody have on a Def Jam hoodie, and then
You remember Def Jam Carolina?
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I remember all that.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I ain't gonna mention bro name, man, but you know you was a fuck nigga for that.
yeah.
You know you was, bro. I remember when he had dudes paying $2,000 to invest into whatever thing he was doing, and then he just took their money and disappeared, and then came back 3-4 years later after the money was gone. And he's still out here right now, suckering people, but you know.
So which leads me to the next question. How did you come up with the concert series Trap vs Boom Bap?
You know, I'm from both sides of the coin, so I was very respected by both sides. And then I'm sitting here. One year I was sitting here just having a conversation with I want to say it was Eternal. Shout out to Eternal. But he was sitting here, he was talking like, bruh, man, if we can only get the crowds that the trap people have. And then I was listening to the I forget which trap dude I was talking to, bruh. I can't even, but he was pretty much saying if we could get the respect from the boom bap guys, that they wanted the respect, but the boom bap wanted the crowd, because back by that time, You know, I had dropped Nerds in the Hood. We was walking people out the game. You know, I ain't gonna mention no names, but you know knows who was getting walked out. They know who was getting walked out. But you know, so we altered the sound, and you know, we started taking their crowd and bringing it to our shows. And this is around the time where, if you know, people drop shows now during the week with each other, there wasn't no conflict. But back then, if I dropped the show, when somebody else dropped the show, they would jump in my inbox and be mad at me because they know I was about to take their money.
Yeah.
So, but you know, the end of the year, I was like, you know what? I was sitting here thinking, I was like, I'm gonna put these two together. I'm put them in a room together and make them rap against each other. But then I'm gonna make it so where, you know, as hip hop, it was always about the crowd. If you got the respect of the crowd, you were the better artist. If you could rock the party better as an MC, you was the one.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, I'm gonna take these elements together, I'm gonna put them together, and then I put trap versus boom bap. You know, put trap on one side, put boom bap on the other side, and you know, it was a gamble.
Yeah.
It was a gamble. I put all my money into it, like I do everything, and then you know, I was like, you know, people bought the idea.
Yeah, and it's dope that it worked. Cause you know, I was talking to R&B about this earlier. You know, I just seen the scene shifted a lot to where at one point in time you could literally go on stage, a cappella, and rap, and you would rock the crowd. And then it shifted.
Couple of scratches in the background.
Yeah. Then it shifted to where if you go on stage a cappella, I don't give a fuck how hot you is. People just gonna be standing there staring at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, with the, like you said, with the trap scene, it's like more people, you know, getting the crowd turned, and it kind of went away from the lyricism. So like you said, it kind of left the, you know, the boom bap artists like, damn, the crowd.
They don't respect bars no more.
They
don't like respect bars no more.
So it's dope that you put it together and, you know, made that happen. And, you know what I'm saying, like,
it was love, man.
Yeah,
I loved it, bro. It was, and then we did 3 of them. Every show got bigger. Like, you know, I mean, all of them was pretty much to the capacity joint, but that third one, it was to the point where people could not get in the venue, and it was still a line outside.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And you know, and I was telling people, I said, bro, get there an hour early. And I was telling people, because like before the show started, it was packed. You was in there.
Yeah.
And you know, I did everything that time, boy. I had the dude in there selling the edibles. I had messed around and got the local sponsor for the show, and he came in there with all the pizzas. And you know, I ain't selling. I said free pizza for everybody.
Yeah.
And you know, by that time, man, I was just sitting there like, I'm looking at the crowd and I'm seeing people that I've never seen before. Whereas, you know, there's always shows where it's just nothing but artists there. There's nothing wrong with that, man. But you know, it's hard to gain fans like that.
Yeah.
Cause it's you see the same people 2 or 3 times a week, and then of course you got the same set that you heard 2 or 3 days ago. So it's like you already know what to expect. But when you put people in the room with people they ain't never heard of them, and then I'm seeing people after they get off stage, they got merch. People was buying merch, all that. I'm saying that, I'm like, you know, this is what it's supposed to be about, bro. This is how you brand. This is how you build your brand as an artist, and then you know you grow, and you know people were hella thankful for every event, man. And then I was just like, no, it wasn't more for the culture than it was for me, bro. Because everything I do is always for the culture, never the clout.
Yeah. So how do you feel? You know, I got 2 more questions for you, then we out.
Bet.
How do you feel about when you see verses start? Because you know, when you had the trap versus boom bap, you know they was going against each other, and it created the hype. And then versus, you know, kind of the almost similar thing that you did. So when you first seen it, how did you feel?
I laughed. I was like, but then I was like, you know, that's when I knew. I was like, dang, bro, you know, we did this first, but you know, I was happy to see it on a mainstream platform, because I was like, dog, you know, I'm sitting here thinking like, dog. I'm sitting here thinking like the moguls, like the big guys was thinking. I don't know, maybe somebody got in their ear and maybe heard that we was doing this. But you know, at the same time, I'm saying Swiss and Tim, they doing this, and I'm like, dog, this is something I did 2-3 years ago. So I started feeling like I was ahead of my time. Where a lot of things I did, I was ahead of my time because it was like I always thought forward, not backwards. So I'm sitting here seeing Jadakiss and Fab doing things against each other. Then he was like, dog, they even had the gospel verses. So the reggae verses, they had it was love, bro.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up.
So
got a question, that everybody wants to know, and this is the last question. Do you got bars, man?
Nah, I can't rap, bro. Nah, come on, man, bro. Come on, man, dog.
Well, now,
come on, bro. We done. How many ciphers we done been in? How many records? Matter of fact, you on the next album.
Hey,
so I ain't mean to try to but I had to just throw that out there. You drop some crazy bars, though. I said he made I ain't gonna say it. You just gotta hear it, but I'm sitting here now looking like, dog, I should have jumped on the train. You should have let me know something, bro. You could have let your boy know. I could have got down rode the train too, bro.
Yeah. Hey, but so now now it's time to show and prove. We gonna hop in the booth. R&B gonna play the beat. So let's see what you got, man.
Let's get it.
Trying to get my man Samurai Black in here. You know what I'm saying? He's a hip-hop plus. Yo, this is Boy Kenny. I'm a Samurai Black. Yeah. And yo, this is Boy Kenny. I'm a Samurai Black. Y'all know I'm a threat while I ran and I rap. Homie, if it's beef, then the amplify black. Woo! Hey, man, that's just a little something, man. Hey. Samurai, come in here and tear this down.
Check. Let this be December, then I eat dinner. I'ma be a winner. All of y'all remember, police in December. None of y'all can hinder, none of y'all pretenders. A lot of perpetrating going on, y'all pretenders. Need to see surrender, shimmering beat timbers. Serving hip hop like a motherfucking vendor. I'm a thirst quencher, something like Sprite. If black's out on your track, something's not right. Travis was trying to stunting on bikes. Jackie Chan rappers like they stand up on the mic. They not Chris Brown, came running for they like. The same nigga asking what's a gun to a knife. Out of my sight. You can't afford to lose, but you gotta pay the price. Gone with the wind like a nigga flying kites. This shit is in the pan like I'm cooking out rice. When the shit hit the fan, it won't look nice. No double taking, don't look twice. Lullaby rappers, long kiss goodnight. Death row spitters, light shift night. Kimbo slice, bring us good price. Check out my pitch, I'ma throw a good strike. I like to smoke Mary Jane, like Rick James. All I need is a blunt, then I spit pains. My soul is so pure, I can spit rain.
Keep going.
Check. This is free in the motherfucking rare form. I'm taking off hating niggas, see me airborne. They can't do shit, just sit back and watch. Ride it every day like a Big Ben clock. Sipping Jim Beam, call me Black Chris Rock. When I get my bread sipping on, this is hip hop, don't get your hip hop. These hitters get me, but they suckers got lip lock. The head state motherfuckers call me Chris Rock. My shit is cold, but they saying this shit is hot. About time motherfuckers like TikTok. At a party with my team like a pit stop. Looking up, see you chillin' at the drip top. Like Tupac, brought it in the gridlock. This music won't even make it to a big block.
Hey, this is the barcode. This is the booth, man. When you come here, bring your hottest, man. Hey, shout out to my man Samurai Black. This is the barcode. Shout out to R&B 4 Phones, man. Hey, we out.